Mr. Fiddle and the Case of the Missing Moo. Out on Sunnybell Farm, where the fence post leans a little crooked and the wind always smelled like hay and hope, lived a country clown named Mr. Fiddle. Mr. Fiddle wore patched overalls, a straw hat with a flower tucked in the brim, and a red clown nose that squeaked if you bumped it just right. He lived in a small barn that creaked when it laughed, which was often. One bright morning, Mr. Fiddle was tuning his fiddle on the porch when he heard something very strange. Nothing. No moo. Now, this was a problem, because Betty the cow, his best friend and prize milk producer, always mooed in the morning, loudly, proudly, and sometimes a little off-key. So Mr. Fiddle hurried to the pasture.
"Betty,"
he called.
"you feeling shy today?"
Betty the cow turned her big brown eyes towards him and whispered,
"Mr. Fiddle, I lost my moo." "You lost it?"
Mr. Fiddle gasped.
Did you check under the hay bale?"
Betty shook her head sadly.
"I opened my mouth and nothing comes out. No moo. No moo. Not even a
Mr. Fiddle scratched his chin so hard his nose squeaked.
"Well now, we best go looking for it."
They started around the farm asking for help. First, they met Hank the horse, who was trotting in circles.
"Did you see Betty's moo?"
Mr. Fiddle asked. Hank neighed dramatically. "Sorry, I only keep track of my neighs." Next was Clara the chicken, who was pecking around at the ground. Clara clucked.
"Brr! I laid an egg this morning, not a moo. Wrong department. Brr!"
Then Oscar the pig waddled over, laughing. "I snorted once," said Oscar, "but it didn't sound like a moo. It sounded more like a kazoo." Betty sighed.
"Maybe I wasn't loud enough. Maybe I don't need a moo anymore."
Mr. Fiddle knelt down beside her.
"Betty,"
he said gently,
"you were made to moo. That moo's a part of who you are."
They sat quietly for a moment. The wind rustled the grass. The barn creaked again. Mr. Fiddle smiled and said,
"You know, Betty, there's a verse I like. It says, 'Let everything that has breath praise the Lord.' Psalms 150:6.
Betty blinked.
"You mean even cows?" "Especially cows,"
Mr. Fiddle said.
"And fiddling clowns. And clucking chickens. And snorting pigs, too."
Betty took a deep breath, a really deep one. She didn't worry about being loud. She didn't worry about being silly. She just opened her mouth and trusted. Moo! The sound rolled across the farm like music. The chickens froze. The pig cheered. The horse stomped in rhythm. Betty's eyes lit up.
"It's back!"
Mr. Fiddle laughed and played a happy tune on his fiddle as the animals joined in. Neighs, clucks, snorts, and one very joyful moo. And Mr. Fiddle said,
"Turns out, Betty, Sometimes we don't lose our voices. Sometimes we just forget we're made to use it.
And from that day on, Sunnybell Farm was never quiet again. And that was just the way it was meant to be. The